Alright lads, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all well. Ignore this big inflatable fucking penis in my face. I've been playing around with this pop filter because my audio's ass, alright? I'm in a fucking apartment that might as well be a fucking elevator shaft. The roof is so high and it's just so echoey, and my PC fan, I spent all day yesterday. You hear this? Do you know what? I'm going to give you an example because stop complaining about my audio. I'm trying to fix it, man. Listen to this shit. All right, this is with my noise gate on. When I turn the noise gate off, this is the fan issue I'm dealing with. So I have to try and navigate good audio when my PC fans sound like they're about to fucking take off into space, okay? I'm trying to fix it. Oh, just download the software. You'll be. I've fucking tried everything, all right? Sorry, I'm ranting a bit. I'm ranting. Can I just put my gate back on so you don't have to hear all that? So for anyone who's like, I can hear a weird sound hissing, it's my fans with an echo. Die. Anyways, Humanity's Last Breath, the heaviest band. I was actually having a good think about this. Are Humanity's Last Breath the heaviest band on earth? I know they're not like metal music by all your annoying definitions. It's deathcore. But like, to the untrained ear, it's metal. Are they the heaviest metal band in the world? Like, I mean, I haven't even typed this in yet. This is all on the fly. I'm fucking all over the place. But they have a new song, all right? Let me know if they're the heaviest band in the world. I reckon they are. I know there's like heavier bands, maybe. You'll get all the boomers that are like, bro hasn't heard Slayer. It's like, shut up. Yeah, I think that's fair enough. It's their theme. It's their lyrical content. It's the heaviness. It's the production. It's the everything. Buster's drums. The guitar riffs are just like fucking vibrations at this point. But this is the first step of, I guess, a new project, whether it be an album, an EP, I don't know. But it's called Anthracite, which is, I looked up this the other day. It's like fucking coal. It's like black coal. So, I mean, on topic, on brand for Humanity's Last Breath, making a song about black coal. But yeah, that's it. Let's fucking go. Fun fact, 77% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. That number is absurdly high. YouTube's recommended is so good nowadays that you don't really need to click the subscribe button, but it does really help channels out a lot. So if you are watching and you do enjoy my content regularly, please do consider hitting the subscribe button. Now let's get into the video. All right, a headphone warning for all you mother frickers out there. This is probably about to mean nuts. Oh, this sounds cool straight away. Oh, that was actually fucking good. This is fucking sick. Sorry. Shell reference. That fucking boom, that tone, holy mother. The Tremolo Kings. Oh, I thought it was over. Space between wall. Shedding wall. Okay. It took a minute to hit. No, this is sexy. This is a bit of a different take from HLB, eh? Humanity's short breath, that felt quite short. I feel like it says a lot about the extremity of this band that this didn't feel that intense compared to what we're used to. Which I fucked with. It kind of it felt very similar, like obviously it's... excuse me. Obviously it's Buster involved, you know, in the mix production. So it's gonna have that like Humanity's Last Breath essence. But the actual musical side of it was obviously similar to stuff that we've heard on the last album. But at the same time, it felt a little bit more atmospherically driven. I know a lot of their stuff is very dark and ambient, but this one just felt like it had a bit more of an emphasis on the atmosphere. All right, lads, so we're getting a continuation of Ashen, which is so fucking sick. I kind of like assumed that this would be complete. Do you know what? It's not really something that I paid too much attention to or even thought about too much, but I guess because Humanity's Last Breath are such a heavy band and their vibe is like, how crushing can we be? Obviously Ashen and the end of the world, which I guess was the theme of Ashen. How do you like top that in terms of heaviness? Like the world is already over. You almost have to go deeper into this like underworld of like the shit that starts to form after the world has already ended. That's the only way you can go and like make it even worse than the world ending. So it seems, and this didn't really click with me when I was reading the lyrics, but only after I went back and looked through them, that this is probably going to be the opening of their next project, I would imagine, based on the lyrics. Like, I mean, the opening lyrics in the song is called Anthracite, which makes sense now because I was kind of like, why are they making a song about coal? But I honestly didn't take into consideration that we've just come from like the world kind of exploding, I guess, with Ashen in the most violent way possible, to now all of a sudden we have like something crawling out of the rocks from the vast recesses among the anthracite, and the long run from the abyss is finally over. So that was like, okay, so it's something is emerging from like the rubble of the world that ended with Ashen. And then the next lines in the lyrics are, my ascension, detaching from the physical body, shedding the corporeal shell. I don't know if I said that word, corporeal shell, free from skin and bone, my ascension. So it sounds like the person in question here has died in Ashen, I guess, and their soul is now ascending through the anthracite, the rocks, the rubble, and is going to, now whether they're going to stay on this physical earth that we created in Ashen, are they going to go to an even more fucked up place? I don't know, but that's exciting. That's already a storyline for me to lock onto, because Ashen was fucking like the most absurdly heavy thing in the world. Like definitely the most heavy album I think I've ever heard in my entire life. And it was so fucking sick. And I know people like, I was going to go into this deep, but I won't really. Maybe it's for a topic for a separate video, because I still have to like make up my mind on this fully as to why. But obviously there's like, you know, Humanity's Last Breath and Viljarta are like such a cross-pollination of two bands. There's obviously a lot of mixed members. And I was trying to figure out why, like, because they're both Thal, essentially. Obviously they both kind of like lean into different areas of Thal. I'd say Viljarta is more like traditionally Thal, whereas Humanity's Last Breath has taken that because it has so many of the fucking founding members of Thal, and kind of like formed it into this like deathcore leaning, ridiculously heavy produced, like almost like EDM metal. It's fucking mental. So it like scratches the itch of like the EDM side of production for me, which I've loved for years. But I was going to go into it like in detail because I could talk about this for hours. Maybe I'll save it for like the full album reaction and talk about it. But I was trying to like, because I didn't really love the last Viljarta album. Or not album, sorry, the last Viljarta song. And I mentioned it, I was like getting a bit tired of like Thal music in its essence. But I would actually argue that Humanity's Last Breath kind of takes that Thal like sound and I guess kind of uses it as like an accent. It's kind of almost at that point now where it's like deathcore that is so ridiculously insane that uses like Thal from like an ambient standpoint, and like there's obviously certain elements of it, but it's not like really leaning into like Thal as like its own thing, if that makes sense. So that whole little spiel that I just did there will make more sense if you've watched my last Viljarta reaction. But yeah, it's weird because I mean, like it has two of the same members in the band, so there's going to be a lot of crossover there. But it's just the actual like composition of the songs as well. I think Humanity's Last Breath songs feel like they have a little bit more structure, which is hilarious to even say because it just does sound like chaos. But when you listen back to it, there's like a clearly defined bridge section. There's like a kind of a breakdown, but it was actually quite like ambient in this point. So a sick song. I guess it makes sense for the song to not feel as like insanely heavy as some of the stuff off of Ashen, despite it being ridiculously heavy. Like compared to other bands, this is still insanely heavy. But I guess compared to something like Ashen, based on the theme and like where we're going, I guess with the next album, I don't think there's been an album announced with this. So let me just check the description. Listen, out April 3rd. Wait! There's a new album coming. Listen, out April 3rd. Is that the next single? It says it in the description of the video. The long run from the abyss is finally over. Listen, out April 3rd. That's a fucking month. Today is April 3rd. Oh, God. This is all filmed as well. Do I just delete all this? Do I delete this section? It's saying listen, like, because it was premiered, so obviously. Oh, Jesus, that was bad. We're just going to brush over all that. Today is April 3rd. So there's no album coming out today. There's no album announced. I thought the album was called Listen, but their description, just go read the description and you'll understand my confusion there. I'm dumb. That was bad. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm going to get creased for this in Discord. Anyway, so yeah, it's a sick song. We just leave it there, I guess. Well done to the lads in Humanity's Last Breath. Love you. Thanks for watching.